guys, I pulled out all of my hair versing these 3 Pokemon in Pokemon Champions. I have none left. These Pokemon suck, and we're going to talk about why they suck and why everyone uses them in Pokemon Champions.
Bros and badges, gotta collect them all.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Bros and Badges, our daily podcast, and today we were talking about the top 3 Pokemon used in Pokemon Champions. Now, this list is always changing, so at the time of recording this, when you guys see this, it might be a little different, but I would assume it's going to be at least some variation of these top 3 Pokemon, and they are Incineroar, Sneasler, and Garchomp. Now, how do we know this? It's because you can use the battle data in-game menu in Champions to actually see which Pokemon are being used, what their moves are, what I think even their stats, but primarily like what the moves are that people are using with them and what the Pokemon are. This list is, again, it's always being updated, but currently time of recording it is actually Sneasler at number 1, and then it's Incineroar at number 2, and then it is Garchomp at number 3. Everybody's rocking that Sneasler, man. I don't know if you're out there in the fields. Have you had to verse yourself against Sneasler? I mean, of course you have. Like, Sneasler's on like every team. Although, again, you're doing singles. Do you see as much of Sneasler in singles, or is he also a killer out there?
You'll still see Sneasler. Definitely a lot less, but I think Sneasler is like unironically become the face of Pokemon Champions. It's almost on definitely every doubles team. It's insane how frequent that Pokemon appears. But yeah, even in singles, man, some people are trying to sneak that Sneasler on in, but I will say it does not work as well. I will one-shot your Sneasler. Don't bring that to me. Get out of here with that. The other two, though, not so much. The other two definitely show up and rock.
Are those abusers in singles as well? Do you see a lot of Incineroar, Garchomp?
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously see these 3 Pokemon a ton in doubles, but I am curious if you see them as much in singles.
Yeah, no, you'll still see them show up because, I mean, at the end of the day, Garchomp is still a heavy hitter. Mega Garchomp even. But Incineroar is also just a really good... I mean, these are all just great Pokemon, right? I think that's the problem, is that all 3 of them are so strong and so good at what they do. I will say in singles, a lot of the times we more so have Pokemon that run abilities like Libero or Protean or stuff like that. So, and I don't see them as much, but I still flinch when a Garchomp comes on my screen, where I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now. But definitely in doubles, I mean, dude, you're primarily doubles, and I know you're deep in it. You're up in those higher ranks, messing around with these teams. So I just know you're tired.
I'm a Trick Room user, so luckily I have a move definitely. I've got a Mon for Sneasler. I always just use psychic moves, and he gets wasted pretty easily.
Yeah.
But that depends. I don't know. There's times where even that's not true. But why are these Pokemon so popular? Why are people using them? Let's dive into that a little bit. I think these are the main reasons. Like, Sneasler is fast. The boy is fast, and he's also a super strong attacker. I mean, that's kind of busted in and of itself. Also, Dire Claw sucks. Like, dude, every time I verse that fool, I swear, like, it's got a 10% chance of sleep, paralysis, or poison, and it always gets it. I'm always like, what? Like, how does a 10% chance become a 100% chance? He's like the luckiest jerk in Champions, because that fool is always laying me out. But yeah, it's got close combat. It's a fake out user, so naturally, turn 1, trying to use fake out, get you to flinch. That's always annoying, frustrating. Yeah, but he's just a fast attacker. And that in and of itself is huge. There's a reason he's so popular in VGC and the tournament scene. I think in tournaments, Incineroar was number 1, like the last tournament that they did, and then Sneasler was number 2. So realistically, yeah, this is a fast mob. But why Incineroar? I mean, everybody knows Incineroar, right? Maybe you don't. We'll talk about it. But Incineroar is such a popular Pokemon because it is equally like kind of a bulky guy. Like he can take some damage, but also he's got strong attack, and he is just like the best support Pokemon. Once again, you've got Fake Out, and then his move Parting Shot is incredible. You can like lower your opponent's stats and then get out of there. Lower some stats, then peace out. Then you've got a free switch in. That's a great way to set up a Mega. Yeah, he's pretty incredible. I mean, he's also got Will-O-Wisp. He can burn your boy. Knockoff, Flare Blitz is strong. His Intimidate, that's huge as well. Cuts attack as soon as he enters the battle. He's just a great support Pokemon. He's really great at switching in and out. Causes a lot of like disruption. I don't know if you've seen this much in singles again, Joe, but I see it all the time in doubles. Like almost turn one for most teams, it's Incineroar is out there. He's always there to do fake out and then get the heck out of there. Sets up the team really well. It's always kind of interesting if you bring in Incineroar, and then it's kind of a question like, well, who's going to get fake out first? You know, like I've definitely seen that quite a few times. Same with Sneasler. It's always like who's going to go first. But yeah, so that's pretty big. And then I'd say the next one, to a lesser extent, is Garchomp. I think Garchomp is just like a heavy hitter. You know, with Earthquake, the ability to hit 2 Pokemon. You've also got that with like Tyranitar, but for some reason Garchomp seems to be the the more deadly user of this. He's got high attack speed. He's got high attack stats. He's also got a pretty high speed stat. Once again, very bulky, like deceptively kind of bulky. Like he can take a lot, and he's fast, and he's got high attack. That's kind of just busted again, kind of broken. You're going to see Rock Slide. The fact that once again you've got dual damage you can do to 2 Pokemon at once. Dragon Claw, Outrage, super strong. And then, of course, Swords Dance. Why not boost your attack even higher than it already is? So yeah, anyway, these are the top 3, realistically, the top 3 abusers in Pokemon Champions. And I am so sick of seeing them on every team. There's a reason I don't have anything up here anymore. Joe, I don't know if yours is the same reason.
No, mine is just genetic.
I had a full head of hair. Oh, yours is genetic? I had a lion's mane before I started playing Champions, and now it's all gone thanks to these Pokemon. But also, guys, if you are not using these Pokemon, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? Like maybe consider adding one of them to your team, because apparently everybody uses them for a reason. But the main reason these Pokemon are great too is because they literally force people to come up with ways to obstruct them. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people run Trick Room teams just because of Sneasler, because it's so fast, because it's so strong. So you want to then use Trick Room to turn the tides, to be the slower player who moves first. A lot of people literally plan around Incineroar because they know they're going to see him. So that's also why Garchomp is good. Garchomp is a great, answer to Incineroar. So that partly is probably the reason it's number 3 is because Incineroar is usually number 1 or 2. So you've got a lot of people using Garchomp because they're like, at least it's an answer for Incineroar. Yeah. Joe, what do you think about these 3 mons? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you do you understand the respect and the reason that everybody's using them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason these 3 in particular, and I actually do agree with you quite a bit on the reasoning for Garchomp being there. I think Garchomp has always been a good mon ever since it was introduced back in Gen 4, but I think it stands really well in opposition of Incineroar, which has been dominating. Just absolutely dominating VGC since its introduction. So it made sense that these 3 are at the top, and I think the reason they're at the top is you said a lot of their moves and a lot of their play styles. They're so versatile. I think that they could be run as support. They could be run as like a core. I mean, they kill Pokemon like you wouldn't believe. These guys are certified killers. They will wipe a whole team. And so for that reason, they
wiped my whole team. So
yeah, exactly. And hey, I think you're one of many. Yeah, one of many. So I think they deserve the spot. Definitely Sneasler. I'm so tired of seeing that mon. I miss Weavile. I miss literally any other version of that.
I don't even remember his face. I don't even remember Weavile's face anymore.
I know. It's just completely gone.
Sneasler.
Yeah, just that tall, lanky guy. But yeah, I think ultimately they deserve the spot. And but I will say I love seeing a unique team. I love seeing like people in Master Ball with like mono teams. Like it's really cool. And the good thing about having this idea of like what the top 3 are, and the reason why you guys should all go in and look at the battle data, is just so that you have a good idea of what to counter. Because yes, when you're up in these higher ranked battles, you are going to run into these Pokemon non-stop. So even if you build a team strictly with the sole purpose of killing Sneasler and Incineroar and Garchomp even, honestly, you're probably going to grab more wins than you think. And that's kind of the double-edged sword of using like the meta, right? Is that you have a guaranteed play. You have a good playbook of like what to do. But on the other side, because that playbook is readily available for everybody, someone's going to be out there who's going to just hard counter you. And they don't care if they're winning every match. They just want to win against those teams. So, take this information with however you want, guys. If you want to go build a meta team, we just gave you kind of the steps on the top 3. And if you want to go against that, well, now you at least know what to build against. But I think that's kind of my thoughts on it, Zach. I don't know. Luckily in singles, it's a little bit more unique. I go against a wide range of Pokemon, so that's good. But you doubles players, man.
Either join them, use these 3 Mons, or beat them. Figure out how to beat them. Because like Joe said, if you can beat these 3, you're probably going to do pretty well in Champions. You're going to climb the ranks pretty fast. But that is going to do it for today on Bros and Badges podcast. Guys, let us know if there are other Pokemon that you see that you just absolutely cannot stand in Pokemon Champions. You're tired of seeing. Which Pokemon do you hate going up against? Let us know in the comments, and we will see you tomorrow for another Bros and Badges daily podcast.